Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm gonna show you how to find the winning product for organic dropshipping. So for this method, you don't need to be extremely smart. In fact, you can be dumb, and if you just follow what I'm gonna tell you, you can find a banger. So this video is not gonna be like all the gurus, bro. I'm not gonna give you top 10 winning products. Sell these right now to get rich. If you copy the products from these videos, you're literally gonna fail. So I wouldn't even try if you're gonna do that shit, bro. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nick, and our brand this year, we've done 115K in one day and almost 400K in revenue, like in the past year. And we've gained almost 250K followers across all our accounts, completely organic, no ads, nothing, just complete organic. And by the way, for this brand, we're currently looking for creators to join our team, serious people only. And the only things you need is you must be dedicated and you must be able to post twice per day. That's the only things you need. So if you're interested with working with us and learning from me and Alex, my business partner, DM me on IG. I'm gonna leave the link below, or DM me on Discord at Niklesco. And so yeah, now let's get started. So things you need to understand before we start. Most products with the right criteria are winners. Some are just harder to make work. And if you can make them work, if you can go viral, that's just a skill issue. The second thing is that research is important. Most people in organic, they literally find a product, they don't even know the cogs, nothing, and they start running it. And of course, if you just do that, you can spam like 50 products and maybe one's gonna be a winner. But that's not how you can sustainably find winners with a high hit rate. Then feedback loops are important. If you run a product and it doesn't work, if you run a product and it doesn't work, ask yourself, why did it fail? And write it down so the next time you choose a product, you don't make the same mistakes. And that way you can constantly get better and just find better products. So Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you just choose shit products and don't learn from it, you're just gonna keep on choosing shit products, and bro, then you're just not gonna succeed. Okay, so the first step, you actually need to find the product. So these are my favorite methods. My personal favorite one is the TikTok burner and the IG burner, just the basics. But yeah, that's just the ones I like the most. And then you can also find the problem and solution. You can look on Shark Tank or AliExpress. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you find your product. It just matters that you find it, bro. Like for all I care, you can go to China and find one there. And just if it fits the right criteria, it can be a winner. So here are some examples from Shark Tank. This one was perfectly snug. It's basically like a mattress topper that cools your bed. So you can see it was on Dragon's Den, not Shark Tank. And then people started running it on organic as well. Let's see, 30K followers, and they went viral. So yeah, that's the first example. The second example, Lego guns. This one, just if you search up Lego gun on TikTok, you're gonna find like 100 examples. But you can see right here an example, random guy showing a Lego gun. And then obviously if you've been organic for some time, you've seen this product, but people have been running this for a long time. So that's how they find it originally. Then yeah, for it doesn't really matter how you find a product, just find it. And then the second step is how to validate the product. So once you find a product, you need to validate it to see if it's a winner or not. So I would split this into two sections. The first one is for beginners, or you can't go viral consistently. So if you can't go viral consistently and you're a beginner, you need viral potential. This is the most important because you need to go viral to make money. Then you need demand for the product. So if you go viral with a shit product, you're not gonna get views. And to see if there's demand for the product, just look in the comments, look on like AliExpress reviews, whatever, to see if people actually want the product. The best place is just the comments, and you're gonna see if people are saying, I want to buy, where can I buy, whatever, then there's demand for the product. And if you want, you can even do a test order to see approximately how it converts. Then a passionate niche or desire. So this makes it a lot easier to target the right people, because with organic, you can choose the targeting. So if you just have a specific audience, let's say Juice WRLD fans, then you can just literally say that in the hooks, in the text hooks, and then you can target them. And if you target the right people, everything's just going to convert better. Then you need good margins, because if you don't have good margins, you can only flex your revenue, bro. Like if you have bad margins, you're gonna make 100K, and with 30% margins, you make 30K. So I would say minimum 70% margins. If you're a beginner, it can be lower, but obviously just the higher the better. And the last thing you need as a beginner is competitors, because basically what you want to do as a beginner is just copy their videos as closely as possible so you can learn how to actually go viral and make good content. And yeah, just don't reinvent stuff. If you're a complete beginner, I would let you just copy their videos as closely as possible and try to make them look good. And then the second section is if you're already advanced and you understand virality, you can go viral with anything. So the first thing I would still say is viral potential. This one's less important for if you're advanced, but it still makes your life way easier if you can go viral like easily versus if you have to come up with insane concepts to go viral. Then the second thing is again demand for the product because otherwise it's not going to convert. The third thing is a passionate niche or desire. And if you want to build a strong brand, I would recommend don't do IP because we did IP and now we need to rebrand away from it. And basically, you can just get into legal issues. So try to make it not copyright if you can, if you want to build a real brand. Then you also need good margins because again, bro, you're not going to be flexing your rev. You actually want to make profit, not revenue. Revenue is just a number. Profit is actually what you keep at the end of the day. Then you need a clear idea of how you're going to market it or how you're going to differentiate yourself. So is the competitor not targeting a specific audience yet? Are they just bad at organic? You can make videos better. So for our product, the original guy running it, he was just completely acid organic. He just had a fire product, so we just destroyed him. And then, do you have an advantage over them? So, in business in general, and especially organic, it's all about advantages. So, look, do you have a dog? And they don't. So, if you're running a dog product, then obviously you have an advantage and also a higher barrier to entry because not everybody has it. And then the things that are optional but are also good to have is proof of concept. This is just going to increase your hit rate. So it doesn't have to be with the exact product, but at least some proof of concept in the niche, whatever. Then not available everywhere. This will make your life way easier. So if you can just find your product in every store on Amazon everywhere, then why would they buy from you? They can just buy it from anywhere else. Then a growing market. So if you go on Google Trends and you search up your market, so let's say goth girls or just goth, then you're gonna be able to see is it an uptrend, is it a downtrend, and obviously if it's an uptrend, it's better. If it's just still, it's also good. But if it's a downtrend, then the market's just dying. So don't run that. And then the next thing is big TAM, big total addressable market. So that's how many people can you sell to. And keep in mind, the broader the audience is, the harder it's going to be to target them. So ideally, you could also start with a small audience and then you can just expand into other markets. But yeah, big TAM, if you want to scale, is definitely very important. And then you also want a low SKU. So basically, this is how many items your or how many variants your product has. So for example, with shoes, you have like 12 sizes, different colors, different everything. So it's a huge mess and it's just very hard to manage. And especially when you start scaling or if you want to run ads, it's going to just get cooked basically because you need to order stock up front and you don't know which sizes and everything. So this is just for very advanced people, in my opinion. Then when you're choosing your product, don't be stupid, bro. If you see a product has no barrier to entry and there's 100 people running it, don't just take the same angle as them. Take a different angle and try to find a different angle that you can take that's going to make you different from the rest. Like at the end of the day, creativity is the most important thing. Don't just come up with a random angle either. Just do research and then maybe you're going to find a good angle you can take that nobody else is doing and you can take the whole market there. So an example with this would be the projector. Everybody's seen this product. So let's see. So as you can see, the original one was just for gamers. And then what people did is they took it to a different niche as well. Let's see. So then somebody else found this new niche that they could target. It was book girls, I'm pretty sure. And they printed with it. And if they tried to just do the gamer niche again, they would have failed completely. But they found a new niche that also wanted this product, and that's how they succeeded. Then a different angle doesn't always mean different niche, it can mean different concept. So you could also do new country, new niche again, new angles. So if you find a new video format that they're not doing that you could do, that can also be a different angle. And then sub niches. Let's say somebody is targeting just moms, you could be targeting, I don't know, newborn moms, let's say. Depends on the product. And then a real life example of validating a product. This is how I would do it. This is just the example. Let's see. It's just a Lego gun. So I'm gonna show you how I validate it. Okay, so first off, I just have a small sheet here. Then I just fill it out. So the first thing, can you go viral? Then is there demand for it? How much does it cost? What's the selling price? So then you can see if you have enough profit margin. Proof of concept. Were there any other winners in this niche? Or you can test order them. Then a clear idea of how you're gonna market the product. Where can you beat the competitor, like don't just be stupid, actually think a bit before you order the product, like think about where you can beat them, what you can do differently, etc. So that's basically the whole sheet I would do. And if it fits everything, then you can try to test it. And if it fails, then again, just complete the feedback loop. Did you miss something? Was there actually no demand for it and only one video had demand? Maybe the concept you did was just S and that's why it didn't convert. So try to do the feedback loop, and then when you do it enough times, then you're gonna be able to find a winner. And yeah, so just do the feedback loop. And yeah, bro, that's basically it for the video. If you liked it, subscribe. And again, if you want to join our team, make sure to DM me. You have the link below, or on Discord at Nick Lesko. Good luck, boys, and see you.